Masala Mama here. Let's make Aaloo Keema, the simplest curry ever. I'll post the ingredients on the screen. We're going to start by heating our oil and adding our onions. We're not going to brown them. We just want to saute them for about 3 to 4 minutes on medium heat until they soften up a little bit. And if you want your curry to taste delicious, take your ginger and garlic and break it up in a mortar and pestle and add that to your onions. Fry for about 30 seconds. Fresh ginger and garlic will always elevate your dish. Next, we're going to add all of our spices. Typically, if you're adding potatoes to any dish, you add a little bit more salt than you would anywhere else. The potatoes do absorb a lot of the salt. Fry this for about 15 to 20 seconds and then add some hot water, 3 or 4 tablespoons, just to soften the onions and make sure that the spices do not get burned. Today I'm making this for my husband, so I'm going to add some green chilies for extra heat. Next, we add our tomatoes. The more ripe your tomatoes are, the better your dish is going to taste. At this point, what we want is the tomatoes to soften before we go ahead and add our ground beef. Again, typically I use lean ground beef where there isn't a lot of fat, but this one had a little bit of fat in it. That's okay. The only difference would be that this is going to form some lumps, and I just have to break them up a little bit later on. Add some water to soften up the lumps and to start cooking the ground beef. Cover and cook on medium heat for about 20 minutes. It's ground beef. It is going to cook a lot more quickly than, let's say, your pieces of lamb or beef or veal. And just remember, just like any other cooking, you just have to keep checking to make sure the water hasn't totally evaporated and that your food is getting cooked. Add your chopped potatoes. It's up to you how big you want to cut them. I cut them in like 1.5 inch cubes of potatoes. And the other thing that I've started adding, and I find it does give it a bit of a kick, is freshly ground black pepper. Add that. So this is going to be a really spicy dish. We have red chili powder, we have green chopped chilies, and we have the crushed black pepper. And at the end, we're also going to sprinkle a little bit of garam masala, which is also going to add some heat. Check to see if your potato is done. This one needs another 3 to 4 minutes. And again, to make this dish a little bit more rich, add a dollop or 2 or 3 of butter or desi ghee if you have, and just let it melt. And before anyone gets on the, oh my God, there's too much oil, there's too much whatever, this is going to be eaten by 6 people. And I just checked the potatoes, they're done. I'm going to add lots and lots of cilantro because cilantro is my best friend in the kitchen. And last but not least, a little bit of garam masala. My garam masala recipe is on my YouTube channel. And last but not least, raise the heat to high and bhoon for about a good 3 minutes. 3 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, but it's a lot of time. You're going to just go round and round, frying your keema and frying your potatoes to give it that last finishing touch. And that's it. You're going to cover and you're going to turn off the heat and you're going to let this sit for about 5 minutes before serving. Serve with naan or roti, and if you want to try a crusty Italian bread. Just take some of the Aaloo Keema, place it on a slice of Italian bread. Oh my God, you're going to love it.